Speaking about the top mistakes in IELTS writing tasks 1 and 2. In this video, I'll present work from my students. We'll take a little time to read through the sentences, and as you read, try to find the mistake. Give yourself 1 bonus point for each mistake you find, and in the comments below, let me know how many points you got. We'll start with complex sentences. It's a line graph writing task 1. The line graph illustrates the amount of 3 sorts of chocolate sold from the years 2009 to 2019. Units are measured in dollars. Now look at the highlighted portion below and try to find the mistake. Overall, the sales of dark and white chocolate increased over the period. Additionally, sales of milk chocolate decreased. At the start of the period, milk chocolate had the highest sales, who was replaced by white chocolate after 2012. After that, sales for white and dark chocolate rose, however, milk chocolate dropped. Okay, there are 3 mistakes. Can you see them? So firstly, in sentence 1, we have an expression that the sales of dark and white chocolate increased. Additionally, sales of milk chocolate decreased. So decreased is the opposite of increased, which is in the first sentence. So it's a sentence of contrast. And the expression additionally will not work here because that means also. Instead, change it to however. Okay, so use however for contrast. Now let's move on to the next sentence. We need to use the correct relative pronoun. So who should be which? And then in the final sentence, you have however in the middle of the sentence. This doesn't work. However must be used only at the beginning of a sentence. If you want to express contrast in the middle of a sentence, use while or whereas instead. Okay, let's move on to paragraph 2. Regarding the amount of white chocolate sold, it began at around $40,000 and then continued to increase steadily until it reached a peak at more than $120,000 in 2018. Otherwise, dark chocolate increased over the period, starting at approximately $10,000 in 2009 and gradually rising to a slightly higher amount of about $45,000 at the end of the period. Okay, so look at the connection between paragraph 1 or line 1, and line 2. So the writer is expressing that there was an increase of the product in line 1, and there was also an increase in line 2. Look at the cohesive device. Otherwise, it's expressing contradiction. We need an expression of similarity because sentence 2 is similar to sentence 1. So you could use likewise instead of otherwise. You could also use similarly. Let's move on now to subject-verb agreement. These types of mistakes are very, very common. So keep close eye and try to find the mistake in each sentence. Number 1, one great advantage of ebooks are their convenience. What's the mistake? So the word advantage here is singular. So we cannot use are here. We use is, okay? The subject here is advantage. Advantage is the subject, not ebooks, okay? So just be careful of that. It is easy to access ebooks and read it on a tablet, computer, or mobile phone. Do you see the mistake? Okay, the noun is ebooks, which is plural. So we need to use them and not it. All right. Them. Sorry about my writing here. Oh. Number 3. For instance, ebooks can be easily purchased and read using mobile devices. Okay, that sentence is fine. A second advantage is that ebooks is cheaper than paper books. So again, here, do you see the mistake? Ebooks is plural. We need are here. Okay, not is. Purchasing ebooks is about 50% less expensive than buying a traditional book. Is there a mistake here? No, because purchasing here is the subject. So that's fine. Is singular. Purchasing singular. Next sentence. For instance, a school book for mathematics that normally costs $28 at a store is priced at about $13 online. Okay, here, what is the subject? School book. Okay, that is your subject. The verb is cost. You need an S here because this is third person singular. Overall, using ebooks are practical and highly convenient. What is the subject using? Not ebooks, but using becomes the subject. So we must use singular here is, okay? On the other hand, ebooks can cause damage to the reader's eyes. No mistake here, that's correct. So those are the correct answers. Just be careful of what the subject in the verb is and make sure that you match it with the correct verb so that you don't lose marks for grammar range and accuracy. Let's move on now to articles, the use of the and a, very common mistakes in IELTS writing tasks 1 and 2. So I'll read the sentence and you tell me or try to find the mistake. In my opinion, ebooks are not best ways of enjoying literature. Okay, the mistake here, we need the before best because this is a superlative. If a reader spends a lot of time reading ebooks, light from the device he uses can cause some damage to his eyes. Okay, that's a little trick question because there's no mistake there. Number 3, as an example, if a reader spends 3 hours reading ebook, he may experience light flashes in his eyes after reading. Where is the mistake? Okay, we need an article before ebook here. So you can put an, reading an ebook, because it's a countable noun. You don't need the, but you do need an article, an. Number 4, a second disadvantage is that ebooks may not open on some devices. That's fine. Computer, tablet, or mobile phone must be compatible with the ebook. Okay, so here we have countable nouns. So either we must change them into plural or we need to put an article, a, at the beginning. Okay? And the can be changed to an. And then the last sentence, in past, only certain devices could be used. So this should be changed to in the past. Let's take a look at the answers here. Punctuation. Unfortunately, mistakes in punctuation are very common and good writers are often dragged down by these errors. So let's try to master this. I'll read the letter, look for the mistakes. Dear Sir or Madam, I'm writing this letter to request a room in the student hall of St. John's University. I'm registered in an MBA course for the autumn semester and my classes will start on 1 October. Therefore, I would like to request a room in the university hall. Since I am a postgraduate student from Japan, it will be more suitable for me if I get a roommate from a similar background. Could you please provide a room with a bathroom and shower? I will also need soap and shampoo. I cannot bring them from Japan. Moreover, as I am coming from outside of Canada, I would need some items that I could use before I purchase them from the store. For example, I will need a mattress and blankets for the first week. I would appreciate your assistance in this matter, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Yours faithfully, Hiroko Nagoya. Okay, so first of all, maybe you've seen the mistakes. You need to use capital for the name of the university and do not use capital letter for a common noun like hall. MBA should be capitalized. If you don't capitalize it, you'll lose marks for punctuation. And instead of 1 October, you could say on the 1st of October. So write the date in the correct form. You could also use American English. You could say on October 1st. That's perfectly correct. Now, after a cohesive device or linking word, use a comma. Therefore, make sure you use commas correctly. You don't want to lose marks for such a small mistake. Okay. Now, here in the complex sentence, since I'm a postgraduate student from Japan, you must use a comma at this point. Okay. Because this is the dependent clause and it must be clarified using the comma. Okay. Next mistake was the capital in Canada, capital letter, and again the comma um, after the cohesive device here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good luck in IELTS writing tasks 1 and 2. See you in our next video. Bye.